Ladies and gentlemen, again this evening, the Daily Classic has the pleasure of presenting to you the world's most eminent criminologist and crime commentator, The Shadow.
Okay, you're on the air.
The Shadow speaks, bringing to you the latest news in the world of crime, prevention, and detection.
This afternoon, a crime was committed which brought only tragedy to the perpetrators. 3 young desperados held up a bank and escaped in their car. The police quickly picked up their trail. There was a running gunfight between bandits and police, which finally resulted in the 3 misguided young men plunging to their death. Once again is proved the truth of that old adage, crime does not pay.
Well, friends, we have a distinguished visitor in our midst, but the news won't make the society page. Honest John is back in town. Honest John is one of the last of our old-time safecrackers. So if your strong box blows up with a loud bang, don't think it's the 4th of July. It may be old John celebrating his release from what he probably calls the big house or stir. Let us hope that the police commissioner, Weston, whom we hear never misses one of our broadcasts, will keep an eye on Honest John. Hi there, Commissioner.
Memorandum to Detective Bureau. Check on Honest John. Yes, Commissioner.
Ladies, here's a little incident which proves that silence is really golden. Last night, bandits entered George Ward's furniture store. Mrs. Ward was alone in the place. The good lady was so frightened she couldn't talk. At least that's what the bandits...
It's too bad something don't scare him so bad that he can't talk. There ought to be a law against guys like him shooting their mouth off within the city limits.
But still, Mrs. Ward refused to say a word. At the point of a gun, they took from the cash register a $1 bill and 1 thin dime. The moment they'd gone, Mrs. Ward calmly removed a $100 bill from her mouth. Witnesses took the license number of the car, 3Y-41-37. I'll repeat that, 3Y-41-37. Did you make a note of that?
Yes, sir, I did.
Last night, young Michael Nolan took his pretty fiancée, Dorothy Walsh, for a drive along the scenic highway overlooking the city. With a bright lover's moon overhead, they stopped to enjoy the view and to romance. Today, police discovered their bodies in Nolan's car and are holding a transient named Miller for the murder.
Well, you can't go in now, miss. The Shadow's on the air.
Oh, but I'm Phoebe Lane.
Sorry you couldn't get in there if you was Calamity Jane.
But I'm working for the Shadow. Well, I'm the Shadow's shadow.
Well, then just fade away, will you, please, lady?
But I've got important news that must go on the air right away. I've got it all written down here. Look at it.
Last night in John Morgan's warehouse, not a creature was stirring, not even the watchman.
This is my job.
As robbers silently jimmied a window, they were greeted by cries of, "Get out, get out." They did. An hour later, when police stopped to investigate the open window, the parrot was still screaming, "Get out, get out." Ladies and gentlemen, there seems to be a slight disturbance in the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, a news flash has just been handed to me. I can't guarantee its authenticity, but here it is. A big theater robbery is planned to take place downtown in half an hour. In fact, 9 o'clock. Read the Daily Classic for particulars. And now the Shadow bids you good night until tomorrow.
You didn't give the name of the theater. The police won't know where to go.
No, and neither will 10,000 other thrill-hunting sightseers.
But hadn't you better phone the police?
I don't think you have to worry about that.
Good night.
Good night. Hello. Oh, hello, Commissioner. It's the police. Yes, I have that, too. The Metropolitan Theater.
The Metropolitan Theater. See here, Cranston. If this turns out to be a phony tip, I have a good mind to sue you if I can find the proper grounds.
Why not breach a promise, Commissioner?
Listen.
Radio broadcasting.
Hook me up for an emergency order to all cars.
General Order 6-2. All radio cars concentrate in Sector 8. General Order 6-2. All radio cars concentrate in Sector 8. That is all.
Well, that's us again. Guess you'll have to get along without us, Frank.
Well, I guess I can hold this down alone. Go on.
Oh, by the way, Miss Lane, where did you get this tip?
From a man.
From a man? Well, who was it? Don't you know his name?
No, but he had an honest face.
Would you mind giving me some little hint about how you met this honest face?
Well, there was an automobile accident. And suddenly I remembered I was a reporter for you. So I stopped and asked people their names and addresses and things. And one man said, I can't give you my name and address, but I can give you a big story. And he did.
That's what I'm afraid of.
He said the Metropolitan Theater will be robbed tonight at 9 o'clock.
Daylight saving or standard time?
Goodness, I forgot to ask him that.
And you had me put that choice morsel on the air.
He was so sincere, and he had such
an honest face. Well, you better spend more time awake. How did she get in?
Well, I tried to stop her, but she scratched.
Well, sir, did you hear that pipe dream I just had on the air?
Yeah, where did you get it?
A man told her.
Told who?
Phoebe Lane, the girl you wished on me. The honor student of college journalism. Say, will you get her out of my hair and put her back on the household page where she belongs?
Not a chance, Cranston. She says she's all fed up with recipes and household hints. She wants to be a real reporter.
Oh, I see. Romance and adventure stuff, huh? Well, Mr. Heath, is she running this newspaper, or are you, sir?
Cranston, as long as she happens to be the owner's niece, I'm afraid she can pick any seat she wants for a ride.
Oh, it's one of those, is it? Well, there's no law against our making the joyride a little, shall we say, bumpy for her, is there?
Not that I know of.
Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Phoebe Lane, the real brains of the Shadow who thinks he knows all about crime. But the real crime of the age is the way he makes you think he's so smart, when it's really me that does the work all the time. Hello. I didn't see you.
That's quite evident.
I didn't mean what I said, Mr. Cranston. I hope you can forgive me.
I wish I could forget you.
Oh, if you think you're going to have Metropolitan Theater robbery without me, you're crazy. That is my story. Wait for Phoebe.
Hello, Mr. Cranston.
Now listen, Mo, you're a fine driver and all that, but you're not working for me.
You mean I'm fired?
No, but you will be if you insist upon calling me by name. Now remember, you're no good to me unless you don't know me.
Okay, stranger. Where to?
Metropolitan Theater.
This is going to be thrilling, isn't it, Mr. Cranston?
Yes, and dangerous, too, particularly for you.
For me? Why?
Well, when the crooks start shooting, it seems they pick off the girl first.
I never knew that.
No, a strange quirk in the criminal mind. Nobody seems to understand it.
Oh, but I understand it. It's because they realize that the girl is really the smart one. They have to get her first.
Miss Lane, why didn't you stick to the baby and biscuit end of the newspaper business instead of hurling yourself into the jaws of death?
Because I'm tired of babies and biscuits. I want thrills, adventure, romance.
Ah, but the household hint page is the place to find it. The home is the very symbol of romance.
Oh, no, it isn't. The nearest I ever came to it was when a cross-eyed washing machine salesman tried to kiss me in a model kitchen.
Young lady, you're impossible.
Not if the right man comes along.
Hang around a while, Mo.
Okay, stranger.
Where are the police?
Oh, don't worry about that. They'll be around.
Oh, we've got to warn the theater right away.
Now, wait a minute. Let's do some window shopping first.
Well,
The boss of them all.
Police Commissioner Weston in the flesh. And if this turns out to be a false alarm, he'll love me even less than he does now.
Oh, but I'm sure it isn't, because he had such
an honest face. Bram. Hello, Commissioner.
Say, what kind of a song and dance is this? I hope you realize my whole department has been shifted just to take care of this tip-off.
Maybe you'd rather have the theater robbed than let them chalk up another black mark against your record.
Now, see here. We got crime down to the lowest level it's been in years. But the way you advertise it, people will think a crime wave is on.
You might have twice as much to deal with if I didn't advertise the crime doesn't pay. I'm helping you.
Well, I'd like to try running the department without your